welcome back to 208 Field Tech. Trying out some cheaper GoPro, off-brand GoPros, whatever you want to call them. This is the first day one of the John Deere project, or Tato-Lite repairs. Also episode 1 of Day in the Life. So welcome to Day in the Life of a Field Tech. I'm going to be doing a daily series of me just doing stuff. So kind of a later start. I am currently driving, which is why I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just hoping the camera is looking at me. We are heading out to Burley to a dairy, doing all hoses, belts, coolant, thermostats, water pump, taking the radiator to a repair shop to have it checked and tested and then brought back, repaired if needed, as well as an air filter, battery. We're going to be removing the engine to do a oil pan gasket as well as a rear main seal. Alright, so we made it to the site. Now we just got to unload the forklift right here. I'm going to get these chains off of here and we'll unload the forklift and then we'll go inside. Made it inside, unlocked the door. So this is the unit we are working on. This is going to be the all-day project for the channel, Day in the Life. So we've got plenty of fluid. It's nice and full, you know, on top of the tank where it should be. We got to pull this radiator out. Over the course of the week, we're going to take that exhaust off. The air filter's coming off. All the hoses and stuff should be coming off today. And then we're going to pull the engine out after we pull the fuel lines and the oil filter and all that shit. Battery's coming out. It's getting replaced. We got to undo all the bell housing stuff back here. We got to separate the engine from the alternator. The alternator is mounted to the point where we can just have it support itself. We don't have to put any additional supports in. We're going to pull the engine forward enough to tear this adapter off, tear all the rotational adapters and things off, and then access the rear main seal. Get the rear main done, get the oil pan gasket done, put the engine back in, clean everything on it, clean up the fuel tank, and then we are going to just reassemble everything, put a new cooling system on it entirely. So the water pump and everything's getting done. This hose that's a pain in the ass, all of it, thermostats and everything are getting done. So should be pretty fun. Well, that was a fucking mess. The ground seemed hard enough until you tried to move forward. Then it was not. Anyways, got it inside. Got this thing mostly opened up. There we go. Now I got it opened up. So we're going to start pulling the radiator. I need to take it down first thing in the morning to the radiator repair specialist. And then if we have enough time after we get that out, we'll pull the belts and hoses and everything else, get as far as we can with it today, pull all the block heater hoses and everything else, verify we have no voltage to the block heater, which is going to be so hard. But we're going to get cracking on this thing and get it ready to be yarded out. Where does sun go when you're not around? It's fine when I left, but I can't stand this town. How many nights then do I have alone before I feel home? Wow. This is why. Kind of showcases the whole radiator. Whole thing. It's all like that. It's all fine. Adapters. We're going to take all of these little fucking screws out all the way around. We're going to pull this whole front cover with the louvers on it, and then we should be able to knock the radiator forward, and then that should also give us enough room to reach in with the forklift, allegedly, pluck this up, move it forward, do the rear main. Ta-da! Alright, so the plan is, there's 3 bolts on the side, on both sides. That one I already have just the middle one in. I have the top and the bottom taken out. This one I'm about to take the bottom out. And then we're going to try to carefully lean this radiator forward towards the, well, I guess it'd be backwards. That way, to get it finished draining, we're going to leave it there and work on pulling that shroud off in here. See how well it works. Do that. That works perfect. My friends are going to get a kick out of this. Doing this for you guys. You know who you are. Got all 6 of the side bolts out. Now we've got the behemoth of a radiator to get out. I'm going to do it by hand because I like pain apparently. That was a lot fucking heavier than I thought. I'd have used the forklift if I knew. Holy shit. Fucking got it though. Stuffed a couple of these in its holes. Fuck. No, 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 no. Yeah. put that there. Mint. That's why we pulled it out. There's kind of a shitty lighting, but it is plumb clogged, whereas other parts are not. That says cat, as in caterpillar. But this says John Deere. And then that says Adolite. I guess they really are hodgepodge generators. Kind of summarizes all of them. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see it alright. But we're going to pull these hoses off to the side. They're like an intake air heater hose. There's one. And there's two. Alright, we're going to get this belt. So we're going to loosen this one back here, shove it over this way. For you new school guys that may have never seen these little V-belts, which I'm sure most people have by now, but if you haven't, this is the tensioner that holds the whole system together. Shout out Rob Granding in Caldwell. He's my Cornwell dealer. He fucking got me hooked on his shit. I mean, I've bought a lot from him, but these magnetic socket rails are by far my favorite, so shout out to you, Rob. You're the best. Voila. Just like that. That's two belts acquired. Now we're gonna get these out. Alright, stupid fucking piece of metal. Stop it. So for these bolts, I'm going to set them right there. One thermostat housing. Thermostats deleted. Don't need those. Gonna make a gasket for this guy because it was wrong. Of course. First whack, why not? Piece of shit, motherfucker. We're gonna line up two edges. We're going to keep them lined up. We're going to use our ball peen. We're going to work our way around. There goes my ball. Like that. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be better than nothing, which is what we currently have. Extension, 3/8 extension. We're going to kind of just work that around. There's one hole. You just rotate and hit. Spot. Just rotate. That's how you make a gasket. It's exactly what you need. Set it in the dirt so it's fucking ruined. Just go throw these in. Alright, got our gasket. good enough. Water neck. And 2 new thermostats. Straight from John Deere. Thermostats were correct. The hole spacing on the new gasket was correct. The bolt spacing was incorrect. So, make the gasket. Now, we're going to take your shittily made gasket. We'll line it up mostly correct. Set this down on it where all the holes line up. Then your bolts you stored from earlier in a super fine spot. Grab those, throw those in. Torque mode. I don't know about you guys, but I heard the torque wrench click. Alright, so for tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to put most of the stuff back in the bed of the truck, because tomorrow we're going to back in just like we are now, right up to it. So versus putting everything in the side, we're going to just throw it all back here for tonight. This is my little suitcase, you could say. It's not clothes in it, but that's what we're going to do, is we're just going to throw all the stuff that we're using currently in the back for simplicity tomorrow, because I don't leave any of my stuff at job sites. My tool guy would probably be pretty upset if I told him, hey, you know all that stuff I bought over the last 3-4 years? Yeah, it's gone. Alright, check her phone that you dropped on the ground like an asshole. I was saying, little things make the world go up and down. The world doesn't go around anymore. In case you didn't know, it goes up and down. Stuff like this, I don't know. Just because I like my stuff. Alright. Now that that's done, all we've got is a couple drain pans. That one I might toss in the back. Got our little mats and magnets. This one's not staying because I started with 4, ended up with 1. So it's not staying. Ooh, right where it needs to be. Throw that there. Ooh. Grab those. Walk over, grab the key out of the forklift. Because it's parked inside. Oh, there's one thing that I do not want to leave here, and that's this camera's little other part. Ugh. Magnet mounts off Amazon are fucking badass. Close that while we're outside of it, because I left that door open. Just because this is a rental trailer. We're gonna raise her up, push the latch deal forward. And go as far down as possible. That's it. Now we're gonna look for the end of the remote. See if it's somewhere accessible to unplug. There it is. Now, nobody can take the remote or use it and raise that back up. Good luck fucking getting it out of here with it on the ground. That ain't gonna happen. All our markings from earlier all over the place. We're gonna go to the hotel, get washed up, and go from there. We made it to our hotel for the night. It's 5:40. I'm going to get up a little bit early tomorrow, kind of get an earlier start on it. Got pretty far today, so this concludes day one of the life of a field tech. So I'm going to hop off here. I'm probably just going to grab some grub and get in this thing. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.